good afternoon. My name is Leon Lacouvé.
My name is Cody Wang. 我的名字是王奇君。
And these are a series of chats about you, really. And we call it Find Your Center, or Finding Your Center, if you will.
今天我们想要跟大家谈谈的是，如何了解你自己，或者更具体的说，是如何找到你自己心中那个真正的自己。
Yeah. Because I think now all of us, we live in an extremely complex and changing world on an ongoing basis. And, I'm 57 years old and I lived a long time. And, when I was young, there was always this idea there's going to be a short life. Actually, it's the exact opposite. It's actually a very, very, very long life. If you retain your health, your sanity, it's a long life. So it's about your life. So these are our chats about asking you 3 fundamental questions. A, I guess, why are you here? B, where did you come from? And C, where are you going? Like, what's your life mission? Maybe it's just to make money, Cody. Maybe I want to be rich. I want to be a rich man. You think that's the mission in life?
可能吧。我相信，很多人在这个世上的目标就是照着一般人的价值观行事啊，就是觉得说，大家都觉得说赚大钱是一个成功的一个重要指标，所以大家都觉得说，我也要跟某某人一样要赚很多钱。但是今天我们应该要思考是说，难道这个价值观就是我们人生在世的真正目的吗？我们有没有自己更往深层去思考，自己心里面要的到底真的是什么？我相信今天李阳在这边也会给我们一些很好的指引。
Yeah, and Code, I think every conversation that I've ever had with anyone, right, is always about happiness. Ultimately, the reason people aspire for money, power, beautiful life, etc., is they want to be happy, right? And I've just finished a book by Matthew Ricard called Happiness, and he poses that type of question. What is happiness? Cody, what is happiness, do you think? What is happiness?
我想就像李阳刚刚提到的，很多人在这个世界上追逐一切外在的东西，财富也好，权力也好，名利也好，等等等等等等。其实他们都觉得说，这样子争逐这些事情使他们觉得快乐。但是快乐这样子的事情，真的是靠外求可以得来的吗？或者是说外求来的事情，真的是可以让你觉得快乐，但是能够带给你永恒、永久的快乐吗？我相信这个是一个很需要我们自己去深思的问题。
Because we all know, Code, ultimately that happiness is not exterior. Because this changes. Like tonight, I'll take this shirt off and it will be washed. Oh, I'll teach you an idiom, if I may. You can always take a tie off. This means in any circumstance, you can change it. If we always start at the top, we can always reduce our clothing, our attire, our speech, whatever. But we must always start at the top. Don't you think, Code?
Yeah. 我相信李阳刚刚透过他的动作给了大家一个非常好的示范，就是其实他用他的领带来举个例子，就是我们随时着装端正，当我们需要把它取掉的时候，我们可以把它取掉。也就是说，登高必自卑，行远必自耳。我们必须要从最根本的事情去把它做好。做好之后，我们会发现说，我们做任何事情都能够随心所欲，而不逾矩。
So this man, this French man, born into a very prominent family in Paris, Ricard, his father was a famous philosopher, and mother was a well-known painter, knew all the best people in the 70s and 80s in France, and he wasn't complete. Amazing. He had everything, and he wasn't complete. So he took a totally different route. Now, can you imagine explaining that to your father? Dad, I just know that you've just spent maybe 10 or 20 million NT on my education, but actually, it's not what I want. I want to go and find my inner self in the mountains of Tibet or Nepal. If you were a parent, wouldn't you just go absolutely crazy? What would you say to your son, Cody? What would you say?
我想李安刚刚又给了我们一个非常好的思考点哈。他提到的这个主人翁有非常非常好的家世背景，他父亲是个哲学教授，然后也出了大钱，让他能够继续他的高等教育，继续深造。刚刚李安就提到说，如果说站在一个爸爸的立场，你能够想象，就是说，当你花了这么多的时间跟资源去培养一个孩子，结果这个孩子最后决定说啊，这些东西都不是我想要的，就他跑到这个尼泊尔啊，或者是西藏的深山去追寻自我。
But he's had neurological studies done. All of these monks, they were in because this Ricard has a PhD in genetics, so he's a very, very clever geneticist. Studied at the Pasteur Institute as well. Brilliant man. And so a group of monks, including this Monsieur Ricard, they did a study and they put sensors all across their brain, and they ended up finding that these people were actually happier than the normal person with wealth, etc., etc. Now, very strange. So, but it suggests maybe that we construct our happiness. So I'm responsible for my happiness. Me, not you, no one else. I am responsible. Be it may if I'm 6, 16, 26, right? And because, as I said before, it's a very long life. So we can make our mistakes. We can choose to do many different things. But we must somehow find a way to listen to our inner self, right? That's that little person or big person inside ourselves that speaks to us, connected to the cosmos, God, whatever. What do you think, Cole? It's true?
Yeah. 李安刚刚提到的，如果说您觉得像刚刚我们举到的那个例子，那位僧侣他放弃一切世俗的追求，然后去到这个尼泊尔或西藏的深山里面去当一个僧侣，觉得说这是一件很傻的事情。这边有提供另外一件事情可以给您参考一下。其实有一项实验证实，像这样子的僧侣，当你分析他们的脑细胞结构之后，你会发现其实他们过得比一般人都要快乐。所以站在寻求快乐的角度，这样子的一个立场，是否我们可以去思考？当然，我们可以去在我们的人生做一切的试探，一切的追求。但是到最后，是不是还是应该要回归自己的内在，问问我们自己，到底什么才能够使我们得到恒长永久的快乐
？So I have a theory about happiness, Code. Tell me if you agree with me. I think ultimately that happiness, which is transient, of course, we have to get into a certain phase to be happy all the time. But happiness itself, as we discussed the other day, is perhaps my ability to cast myself out of negative situations as quickly as possible. So my mind is always lucid and responsive to the outside world. What do you think? It's true?
我想李样刚刚提到了一个非常好的观点他提出这样一个理论，他觉得说，其实快乐似乎是一种，可以把它形容成是一种力量。什么样子的力量呢？是我们可以去面对，当外界给我们任何一些不良的影响的时候，我们内在很自然的产生出一种力量，去把它排除在外，然后让我们的内心得到一个恒长的宁静、快乐、愉悦的状态。我相信这个应该是一个相当重要的能力，值得我们去思考、去培养的。
Because ultimately, Code, who is your teacher? Who's your teacher? Yourself. There is no exterior teacher. If I opt to listen to your message and take it inside, I'm teaching myself, right? The same as your beauty. Who's the most beautiful person that you know? Once again, the self, not this exterior old man's image, big nose, whatever. yourself.
李昂这边提出一个观点也是我非常认同的，就是人生在世，谁能当我们的老师呢？当然，我相信我们有很多所谓的老师，但是那些老师都是我们的业师，他可能是传授我们一些知识，我们提供我们一些资讯等等等等。但是实际上，最后能够成就自己的还是自己。所以这是我们要去多方培养自我关照能力的一个很重要原因。所以永远是以自己内在的那个自己、内在的那个灵魂为师。
Good, yeah. Thank you, Code. Appreciate it. Well, this is, I guess, the end of our first chat. And I think what we're trying to discuss here is the concept of life, finding our center. Each of us must find it as we proceed in this increasingly complex society. My name is Leon Lacouvé.
我的名字是王奇君，希望我们这样子的一段这样子的心灵会谈能够带给您一些启示。谢谢。
谢谢，拜拜。